The first morning of the new school year rose gently over Montfort Primary School, a peaceful and friendly place filled with bright corridors, colorful bulletin boards, and warm-hearted teachers. Soft golden sunlight touched the school gates, the playground, and the tall oak tree beside the main entrance. Even the birds perched along the roof seemed to chirp more joyfully that day. It was the day the whole school waited for, the Welcome Day festival. Inside Class 5B, Miss Emma stood beside her desk, organizing the last stack of welcome cards. She had decorated the room with soft pastel bunting, hand-drawn posters, and a big banner that read, "Welcome to your new adventure." She believed that if the classroom felt warm and comforting, children would feel safe and ready to learn. On the corner of her desk were 3 special cards with names she remembered clearly from her register: Oliver, Sophie, and Max. She didn't know it yet, but these 3 would soon form one of the strongest friendships in the class. The quiet footsteps of the first arrival broke the silence. Oliver entered the classroom slowly, holding the straps of his backpack tightly. He was a thoughtful and observant boy, always looking carefully at the world around him. His eyes scanned the room, noticing each decoration as if he wanted to memorize everything. Miss Emma greeted him with a warm smile. "Good morning, Oliver. Welcome to Class 5B. Oliver nodded politely and sat at a desk near the front, placing his notebook neatly in the corner. He breathed in deeply, trying to calm the nervous flutter in his stomach. New places always made him feel unsure, but he hoped today would be different. The door opened again, but this time with a gentle push. Sophie walked in wearing a bright yellow hairband that matched her cheerful personality. She always brought a sense of calm and kindness wherever she went. She smiled warmly at Miss Emma and then quickly looked around for a place to sit. When she noticed Oliver sitting alone, she walked straight over to him. "Hi, I'm Sophie," she said, with genuine friendliness. Oliver blinked in surprise, then gave a small smile. "I'm Oliver. Nice to meet you," he replied quietly. Sophie sat next to him, and just her presence made Oliver feel a little more at ease. Then came the loudest entrance of all. The door swung open and Max burst inside, almost out of breath. "Miss Emma, I'm not late, right? I ran all the way from the gate," he announced dramatically. His voice was full of energy and his messy hair proved he truly had been running. Miss Emma laughed softly and said, "You're just in time. Max, please take a seat." Max grinned, scanned the room and found the empty seat beside Sophie and Oliver. He plopped down onto the chair and immediately introduced himself. "Hi, I'm Max. We're going to have the best year ever." Sophie giggled, and Oliver couldn't help smiling. Their trio had unknowingly begun. After registration, Miss Emma explained the plan for the day. "Today is our Welcome Day festival," she said excitedly. "We'll spend the morning exploring different fun stations in the school hall and the playground. You will learn, play, laugh, and most importantly help each other." The class buzzed with excitement, and soon they headed out to the hall. The school hall was decorated beautifully. Colorful bunting hung from the ceiling, balloons floated near the walls, and soft music played in the background. Teachers had set up multiple activity stations, a creativity corner with art supplies, a team challenge table with puzzles, a kindness wall where students wrote positive messages, and a mini talent area where children were free to perform small acts. Oliver, Sophie, and Max walked together, unsure which station to try first. Max pointed eagerly. "Let's do the team challenge. I'm great at winning games." Sophie smiled gently. "Winning isn't the main point. Max, we should try to work together." Oliver nodded shyly. They went to the challenge table where they had to recreate a picture using scattered wooden pieces. Max immediately grabbed several pieces and tried fitting them, but nothing worked. Sophie tried to help, but Max's excitement made him knock pieces out of place. Oliver stood quietly, studying the picture and observing patterns. After a minute, he said gently, "Maybe we should sort the pieces first, and the biggest ones should go at the bottom." Sophie nodded. Max paused, then surrendered with a grin. Okay, you lead this one, Oliver." Following Oliver's plan, the 3 of them finally completed the puzzle. Their smiles were wide and proud. They had discovered the first important lesson of the day. Together, they were stronger. Next, they went to the creativity corner. The task was to paint something that represented a new beginning. Oliver hesitated at first, afraid his work wouldn't look good. Sophie reassured him softly, "Just paint what you feel. It doesn't need to be perfect." Max began splashing colors enthusiastically on his paper, painting fireworks that looked loud even though they were silent. Sophie painted a sunrise, soft and beautiful. Oliver finally relaxed and painted a doorway to a bright classroom. Miss Emma walked by and admired their work, praising them warmly. Their confidence grew with her every word. After painting, the trio visited the kindness wall. Students were asked to write a kind message for someone they met. Sophie wrote, "You are brave." Oliver wrote, "You are kind." Max wrote, "You are awesome." When they clipped their notes next to each other, it looked like a small cluster of positivity glowing on the board. Oliver felt his heart warm up. No one had ever made him feel so included on the first day of school. The mini talent area was their last stop. Max jumped with excitement. "I want to do something," he told his friends. Sophie encouraged Oliver to participate too, even though he felt nervous. "You don't have to be perfect," she whispered. "Just be yourself." With her support and Max's enthusiasm pushing him forward, Oliver agreed. Sophie recited a small poem she wrote. Max performed a funny dance that made everyone laugh, and Oliver performed a tiny science trick he had learned at home. The applause they received was warm and encouraging. Oliver realized he was braver than he thought. By afternoon, the Welcome Day festival came to an end. Students talked excitedly about their favorite moments as Class 5B lined up to return to the classroom. Oliver, Sophie, and Max walked together, knowing something special had happened. They had not only enjoyed the date, they had formed a bond that felt natural and real. Back in the classroom, Miss Emma gathered everyone for a final message. Today was about more than fun, she said kindly. It was about friendship, kindness, courage, and learning that everyone has something special to give. The trio looked at each other and smiled, proud of how they had grown in just one day. When the home time bell rang, the three friends walked out of the school side by side. The playground, the oak tree, the hall, the puzzle table, and even the kindness wall felt different now because they were no longer just strangers starting a school year. They were friends, ready to begin a journey together. And as they stepped out into the afternoon sunshine, they knew deep inside that this first day of this magical welcome day was only the beginning of many adventures to come in Class 5B. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming adventures. We love sharing these moments with you. See you next time.